So Laurie's helping out tonight. How you doing, Laurie?
I am well, thank you. I feel like I just crashed your party though.
Well, someone's got to do it. I'm
I'm here. Trusty old Red will do it.
all right. I just bringing you up on the computer so I can read messages. All right. So, uh, everybody, we've got. No, we only got a couple of people. That's all right. We're just starting out. You've probably heard enough from me. Why don't we just start right in with you, Laurie? You ready to go? You want
I
to give us a little
am.
background, a little bio, what your specialty is, and
I was trying
how
to
you're going to help people to become comedians?
I was trying to pull it up on my laptop and I don't know why it's not pulling up. So at any rate, who am I? I live in West Michigan. I am a corporate comedian. So I do a little bit of stand up. I did actually this spring, I did quite a bit of it. But I'm getting back to my roots now, which is working in the corporate sector, which I really enjoy. So technically, I am a funny motivational speaker, which means I have a serious topic, but I deliver it. My methodology for delivering it is humor. So instead of, getting on stage for 5 minutes, I like to get on stage for 45 or 60 minutes because I like to talk. That's who I am. How about that?
Excellent. So, Ian wanted us to start this show to talk about marketing, specifically, I think, because I started my own open mic. So, if people have questions about starting an open mic, feel free to ask questions. I'm
Hey,
no expert, but I certainly do have recent experience. Go ahead.
I don't want to interrupt. How long are we going tonight? Do you know, or what are we aiming for? I like to have a goal where we're headed.
Well, I think 30 minutes would be pretty good. I got a short attention span. Unless a lot of questions start coming in, we can probably go a little over.
Okay,
But we can make
so
that a goal.
I'm sorry, we're kind of punting here a little bit. So you're gonna talk. You want to go ahead and share a little bit about open mic marketing and that jazz? Is that what's happening? Are we all on the same page?
I'll give it my best shot.
Okay, all right. Let her rip there, buddy. I'll listen.
Hey, Jim. This is my buddy Jim, who runs an open mic in the area. I've had some fun going to his open mics.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Jim.
So, I'm going to bring up my notes because I get nervous and I forget things.
I don't know why this isn't pulling up on my laptop. So, oh, here we go. Sorry, continue.
Okay, I have to refresh my screen to get it. So anyway, basically open mics. I covered most of this last week.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to shut this off. I'm a hot mess tonight. Okay, I'm ready for real.
We're switching from a code 3 to a code 372.
Code 72. You're gonna You're gonna regret I'm not Kyle. All right.
Oh, you're cuter than Kyle.
I'm a little bit more of a hot mess, but I don't care. So let her rip.
So I'm just going to go highlight this kind of quickly, I think, because I feel like I've talked about this 3 weeks in a row now. So I started comedy like 3-4 years ago, but I didn't stick with it for very long, and then I just got back into it about a little less than a year ago now. I was having a lot of fun doing open mics, and I thought, heck, there's more to this than just open mics. I mean, I think of myself as a promoter. I promote motorcycle events. I do bike shows. I've been a DJ. I've been a radio DJ. So that's more my kind of thing. So I thought, I want to host an open mic. I don't just want to tell jokes, because that's really kind of my goal. I think I want to be more in the producing and making shows more than being a comedian. I don't see myself being the guy who makes a living as a comedian, although that could change. I keep all my avenues open just in case. So basically, if you want to do an open mic, first thing you need to do is find a place. You want to. What I did is where I live in Maine, and there's a lot of open mics in Portland. There's a couple in Old Speed. So I went further south, and I ended up in Somersworth, New Hampshire, which is right on the border of New Hampshire, Maine. There's no real close open mics to there, which was ideal because I actually pulled in a bunch of comedians from New Hampshire that don't have any close open mics, so they liked that a lot, and they've been coming. We've got like a core group. They've been coming every single week, whether it's a good crowd or a low crowd.
So now you were talking about, do you advertise it every week, or does the venue, or do you both?
I'm not sure if the venue does any advertising that I'm not aware of. They post it. Well, I make like a poster and I post it to Facebook and I link it to their restaurant and they will repost it. I've noticed they repost it usually on their Facebook page.
Do you start that from your personal page or from your comedy page, or is there a separate open mic event page?
I do also do that. There's a New England comedy open mics, and I post it to there, and that's where I go to look for open mics to go to. Excuse me. And I guess I should drink Mountain Dew. So I go. So I post it there. They post it, and
better the attic than the basement, I always say.
And I mean, this is not the card, but cards like this, they call them postcards, and I put the event, and I gave them all away, so I don't have any, but I made these for my handyman business. I'm not trying to promote that. Let's see, I don't want anyone to read it because it'll be like a bad promotion. But this is a postcard, and it says my comedy, all my information is on it, and I hand them out, and they put them on the tables at the restaurant so people can take them home and give them to their friends, hopefully. I don't know how much that helps. But I had a couple of comedians take them back to their hometowns and hand them out in the area to help bring more people in.
Do you think there's a difference between marketing and advertising, or are those just two words interchangeable? I didn't mean to put you on the spot with a test question here. I was just thinking about, because, we were just talking about how you advertise that there's an open mic. But if we're looking at the big umbrella of marketing, to me, it seems like advertising is included in marketing, but it's not the whole ball of wax. What do you think?
I would agree, but you're the expert.
I like. No, I mean, I think advertising is absolutely key. And if people don't know you're there, you're not going to get butts in seats. So it's absolutely necessary. But I'm thinking, just in general, from a general standpoint, that you've got your advertising, that there is going to be the open mic that night to get customers and to spend money in the venue, which isn't ultimately the reason that the venue has the open mic there, right? It's all about profits and the bottom line.
So that's the second step. Once you find an area where you want an open mic that doesn't already have too many open mics, you need a place, and you should have a place that doesn't have. I think ideally, is a place that's got it one night of the week that's really dead, and there's like nobody coming. They're open, but there's no business. And you go in and you tell them that we'll have an open mic and we'll get more people in, and you'll improve your business. I say it like that because if you go in someplace that's already got a booming business, and you bring in an open mic and business drops off, then they're going to kick you right out because they'll blame you for business dropping off. Or if the business stays the same, you don't know if you're helping or not, and you don't really have a good incentive to get them to bring you in if they already have a good business. So it's best to go someplace that has a dead night, or someplace that is just opening. This place we're at just opened up a few months ago. So I don't really know how busy they were before we got there. I don't know if we helped business or hurt business. I have no way to really know. But they like us. They keep asking us to come back, so I guess they like it.
Do you think it's important when you set up a contract with a venue to try and include them, like they will also help spread the word? I mean, I know more open mics around here. Obviously, if the host is doing it to make money, then the onus should be on the host to try and get people there. But I think it takes a village. And so it would be nice if you know, the venue would say, hey, don't forget Wednesday's open mic night, you know, and they do their part by blasting it on their social media. I don't think it's going to take a lot of effort, especially if the venue is already posting on social media to include it.
Well, it's been a real struggle to try to get more people in there. So I'm actually looking to find more ways to advertise it. I've joined Instagram and Pinterest and Tumblr and Twitter, and I'm trying to put it on all those places. I'm not a real social media kind of nut.
Well, I'm all about, what is that, little many hands make light work, or whatever that saying is. You know, I mean, it's like, it's great that you're doing all of those things, and I think that's why you've had the success that you've had this far. But if other people, other comics, other even customers, I know there's a couple mics around here that one guy does a really nice job advertising. I think middle of the week he posts a flyer who's going to be on, and then anybody who shares that post, and of course you can see a paper trail who shares it, then they get entered into a drawing. I think he gets tickets to, I don't know, local theater or movie or something. Somebody donates tickets, I think. But then he does a drawing for everybody who shared. So if somebody wants, people are competitive, you know, you can tell them they're going to win a rusty nail, and they're like, I'm going to win, I'm going to do it, you know. So if you can get them involved as well and help it go viral, you're going to go a whole lot further, because they know so many more people than just you know, one person alone. So he does a nice job with that, getting other people involved and sharing it. Plus, people like to see their name in lights. Have you had, I know it's not a terribly new mic, but have you had opportunity to put who signed up in advance? Whoops, I'm falling. You know, like on a flyer, so Joe Schmo and Susie Q can share everybody, hey, look, I'm going to be here, and then that will give them an incentive to share it with other people?
I probably could, but it's where it's an open mic. I don't have scheduled comedians. You know, I'm not paying some headliner to come in that I can advertise and promote them. Usually people say, oh, I might come, and then they might not come, or they may just show up. I have some that show up, some that say they're going to show up. But I've been giving that some thought. I've asked a couple of people if they want me to put their name on the flyer, and they're like, oh, okay, well, I mean, if they don't, nobody knows who they are, it's not going to help.
Well, except that it might help them, commit to it. I mean, and if they don't show up, then that's going to be on them. If you've told people they're coming and they don't, that's no reflection of you. But if they say, oh my gosh, it's okay, it's for real now because Jareth posted that I'm going to be there, so I have to be there. And then that might really encourage other people.
We've had a lot steadier number of comics showing up than customers at the restaurant. You know, we've had a couple of nights when there's like 5 people in the restaurant and 8 comedians. So what I really need to do is I need to get the word out to the people coming to the restaurant, not to more comedians. At least that's how it feels to me. And I'm not going to get any big name comedians.
But don't worry about that if you're just doing an open mic. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of ideas to market. You know, and maybe there comes a time where you need to do another venue. But in general, just to get butts in seat. You know, if we're going to market, then let's do it all up, whether it's free or paid comedians or whatever. You know, you're talking about doing your bike shows and events and all of that, and being a producer. I know you got that in you. You can do it.
You can do it.
You can do it.
So that's what I'm working on. I'm not an expert at this, as I've already said. So it's a learned experience. Yeah, I need to get more people in there, and I'm really not sure exactly what I'm going to do. I mean, obviously, I'm going to get more advertising out there. But here's the thing: you make the contract, and that's kind of an issue because we've changed how this has been paid. It started out at a fee, and then we changed it to a percentage. And you know, the business drops off, I don't make any money. Are you okay?
I keep falling apart over here.
Did you forget to clean out your earwax?
No, I feel like those anchors on the news where it's like, I'm sorry, what did you say?
So a lot of people say get a contract, put it in writing. The problem is, if you're going in someplace with an open mic, and I don't have like this huge following where people are begging me to come to their restaurant and put on a show, right? So they don't really know me. They don't really know who's going to show up. They're not really too likely to want to have a contract with someone they don't really know. Now, if I had 20 years experience and I had 50 comedians follow me every week I win.
Nope, I'm not buying it. I see what you're saying, but you look at how far you have come in this short amount of time. And the contract could be something as simple as we're going to do it for 4 weeks and then we'll reevaluate. You know, I mean, if you go in there and you tell them here's how I'm going to help you, we're going to increase your bottom line. Here's what I would like from you. And here's what I'm going to deliver. And let's try it, you know, for a new mic, maybe free for the first time if you feel generous that you want to do a trial. And then for 3 weeks, we'll see how it goes. And then we'll come back to the table and revisit. I would think if you're going in on a dead night and you're offering somebody an opportunity to put more money in the coffer, they might be open to it.
Mm-hmm.
Just my thoughts, but I have thoughts about everything, you know. I got an opinion on everything.
That's another issue because I found that it's difficult to build an audience or a group of comedians, whatever you're doing, in a short amount of time. Like I initially said I'd do like 2 free shows and then you get paid. Well, after 2 shows, actually the first 2 shows were packed. So I guess, you know, it was the initial new thing. Everybody wanted to come check it out, and then it just kind of died out. So we haven't had as many people except one night. We had the packed night. So we need to get. It's hard to say I'll do 2 shows and then we'll see how it goes because the first 2 shows to be dead. It could take months to build up an audience. It's not something that happens in a couple of weeks.
Well, but I can understand also that venues aren't going to allow months to keep paying you, anybody, not Jareth Johnson in particular, but you know, it's like, well, they don't have months. You're going to come in, you're going to promote the heck out of it, and let's get some people in here. And I would think if they see, you know, incremental improvements every week, even if it's 10, 15% more than the week before, as long as they see that it's building and it's continuing. But it is, okay, just my part is this, it's 2020 right now. So it's 8:20. Does anybody, as we're yapping here, anybody in TV land have any questions, comments, concerns? Concerns is I'm not Kyle Neely. My earbuds are falling out.
You've asked a question about Angela, but I have no idea what he's talking about. Hi, Victoria. Oh, hi, Sean. Hi, Steve. Hi, Laurie. Hi, Jim. Did I get everybody? Hi, Phil. I don't want anyone to feel left out.
All right, let me shift gears just a second, just because I want to watch the clock. I need to learn to relax a little bit.
Laurie, relax a little bit.
I know, but it's like it's 20. It's 8:20. It's 8:20.
Yeah, you got 10 minutes. You're on. Go.
Okay, so for me, my marketing is a little bit different. Totally different venue. You know, as a corporate comedian, you can work with speakers bureaus. You can make a lot more money if you bypass them too. But my website is the #1 place to market. But, you know, you hear about brick and mortar stores, and the one thing that's so important, the 3 top things you need to pay attention to are location, location, and location. So if you take that into the virtual world, you know, I don't have a brick and mortar store, but they need to know where I am. And so my website is the voice for me. So that's where I've got, you know, all the places that I've worked before and what I do. And there's some video clips on there, and I'm actually revamping everything. I kind of started down this journey about 30 years ago, and I certainly can't have video that's from 1995 on there. So I'm in the process and I'm kind of trying to figure out who this new empty nester Laurie Laughlin is right now. So there's a lot of stand-up material on there. Not enough, but I need to get more corporate gigs on there. So I'm actually going to have to go out and do some freebies probably to get more video. But for me, that's what marketing is about, is I am the brand. And so I can put flyers out all I want, but I need to actually make people notice me. And that's going to require me to pound the pavement and hit meetings and go to Rotary and go to Chamber of Commerce and go to PTA and just say, who of my contact people has a staff of 20 people or more? When's your next staff meeting? Can I have 15, 20 minutes? You know, whatever. And then I'm going to come entertain the pants off you. Well, I mean, I don't do that kind of entertainment anymore, but you know what I'm saying? I talk about resilience a lot. So with a humorous motivational speaker, you kind of do have to have a purpose. You can't just tell jokes. But so I do some social media. The point about that is you have to find out where your people are. So I could go on Snapchat, but my people aren't there. So that doesn't make any sense. So I actually have an account on Pinterest that I don't know how many comedians and motivational speakers, but if I'm speaking to a group of, let's say, direct sales consultants, a lot of those folks hang out on Pinterest. So that's what, for me, marketing is to try and figure out where my people are and go there. It kind of sounds like when you're dating, right? If you know you want a rich guy, then you go to where the rich guys hang out.
Right.
Maybe that's not a good example, but you know what I mean? If you want to know where all the old folks hang out, you're not going to go to the teeny bar.
So I have to find out where the hungry people are that like comedy.
All right, Victoria, let me see what you had to say. You're putting on shows. It's hard to promote. Your butts and seats. Yeah, get those butts. Bringer shows are not looked upon favorably, are they? I don't know if I should advertise.
Not by me. I've discussed that. We don't want that.
Well, Victoria, if you're talking about shows in August, I don't think there's anything wrong with certainly planting seeds, getting it on the calendar, save the date, and then hit it a little bit harder as it gets closer. But some people, I might know some of those people who like to plan ahead and who like to stick by a clock and a calendar. So you certainly can mention it, and put it out there, just like with a wedding invitation, right? Save the date, but you're not going to do a whole lot till later. I say don't wait.
Yeah, I agree. What I do with my open mic is I have a flyer that I post to New England Comedy open mics and on my Facebook page, and I also have an event thing for the show that lists every Wednesday, and that's
an event thing. What are you talking about, dear?
On Facebook, make an event on Facebook.
Oh, gotcha.
Which I also have that, and I usually will post that 3, 4, 5 days, a week ahead of time. But I just so some people can get that in their head. But I make sure I really push it Monday, Tuesday before the event. It's on Wednesday, so I make sure I repost it on Monday, Tuesday, or especially Tuesday. There's a lot of people that are like, what am I doing tonight? What am I doing tomorrow? And they don't plan out ahead. Get some status. Is that coming from you?
I don't know. It's muffly. It's all muffly. It sounds like McDonald's.
Might be your headset.
It keeps falling out. It's the same ones I always use. Victoria, you're talking about paid ads on social media. Yeah, those I would definitely wait until you get closer. But as far as website and just regular social media posts, get that out there. Is this any better? We are a hot mess. I'd like to let everybody know that I am not Kyle Neely. I'm sorry I'm not Kyle Neely, because I wouldn't have all his hair hanging in my face today. Did you see that I wore my otter shirt specially for you today? Can you see it? I got all dressed up for this.
We'll see my shirt.
Not my circus, not my monkeys.
My buddy Dan likes to say that. I went out and bought a few shirts because we say that every time we get caught up in the drama of our motorcycle club. And I guess you could say the same thing in comedy. You try to stay out of the drama. Not my circus, not my monkeys. But I guess actually it is kind of my circus.
Yeah, what are we going to do to get more monkeys to your circus?
Maybe I should get some peanuts.
I think you need to get other people involved somehow. Put your brain together and figure out how other people. Here's what I should do. Nobody asked me, but here's what I would recommend.
What are you going to do?
I would try and get the comics to commit a little bit to make it desirable that they want to get a spot. And if you are I know it's say you're just building it, but let's say you have ideally room for 6, 7 comics throughout the night. Let's say you get 3 or 4 who say, yeah, I'll be there, and you're fairly confident they're going to be there. You put their names on a flyer. Wednesday night, we've got Joe and Jackie and blah, 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 right? And we will have 4 spots up for lottery. So get there early, put your name in a hat, and let us know you want to go on, and we will have room for you. And then people are going to want to have a guaranteed spot in the future, so they might get a hold of you in advance. Then when Joe Schmo sees his name on a flyer, Joe Schmo's going to say, hey, look at me. I'm going to be on stage Wednesday night. And he's going to tell all his friends. That's a small step, but I think that's something to get started with.
Every little bit helps, right? Baby steps.
Steve says my sound is great. Jareth's kind of muffled.
Yeah, but I look better.
You don't have your otter shirt on. It's really hot in here again. Why is it every time I get a video, I get really hot? Ooh, it must be, you know what? Is it the time? It's the time of night. It's almost 8:30, and that's what time I get hot every night.
It's Steve reminds me that I bought headsets like what you're wearing just for this purpose, and I forgot to get them. They're sitting over there in the kitchen. I'm not going to go get them now.
Well, I have a dog sitting right there. She's actually sleeping, but I was afraid that she'd start making a lot of noise. So in theory, these are supposed to take some of the room noise out. I'm sorry about this hair. Rule number 1, when you speak, have the hair out of your face.
Hey, speaking of paying for flyers and Facebook ads, that was a problem I ran into with my open mic. Is I spent $10 on a Facebook boost promotion for the show, and then they closed the restaurant early. So that was like, damn. So then I spent the next 2 hours calling people and sending out emails and Facebook messages.
Did they have an electrical problem or a snowstorm or something that they had to close early?
Yeah, it was a blizzard in July. We are in Maine, you know. Yeah, Baba.
No, I'm just saying, if they have an event coming in that's bound to get some people in, even if they're comics, but ideally more than just comics, they should say, oh, we better stay open because we got people. We got people coming in.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't happy about that, but, you know.
I think you should get up in a clown costume in a sandwich board and walk the boulevard advertising your show. I think you should do that and then take a video of it and then post it for us. What do you think? You guys, do you think Jareth should do that? Get in a clown? Let's take a poll. If you think Jareth Johnson should...
Shut up! Shut up! Hey, I got one better than that. You know what a ghillie suit is?
Yeah, I do. Remember, I'm a military family. I absolutely do.
I just remembered, yes. So for those who don't know, a ghillie suit is like a camouflage suit that's made to really be camouflage. It's got whatever it is, it's got stuff hanging off of it. If it's supposed to look like forest, it looks like it has leaves hanging off of it. It's not just smooth. Anyway, so I bought a real cheap ghillie suit on Amazon, and I'm going to take, it's got the little leaves hanging off of it, and every place where there's a leaf on the suit, I'm going to staple $1 million bill. So I'm going to have $1 million bill ghillie suit. And don't tell anybody else. I want it to be a surprise to have Michael made. I'm going to wear that the whole night. Why? Because.
Oh, that was my next question. I was waiting for the why.
No reason.
Well,
I just think it'll be funny. It'll be fun.
Make sure you've got your information and your website on it.
But you have given me a better idea, though. I should wear my ghillie suit and walk around town and tell people about the show. Hand out my postcard.
Look at it. Have you been to Vegas lately? They stand out there and they slap those.
Like the kind of person
they slap those hoochie flyers. Try and get them in your hands.
No,
I'm not. They do. They have those hoochie flyers. They try and get you to go in and see the JJ shows, and they try and put them in all of people's hands.
It sounds like a truck stop.
They can't touch people with their flyers, so they smack them on their hands. So you look at them, and then they stick one in your face.
No, I've never seen that. I've only been to Vegas twice. Both times in a trailer truck, so nobody was throwing anything in my face.
So, all right, let me read the comments. All right, so 4 people said that Jareth should wear a clown costume. Victoria's all for the ghillie suit. Laurie wants you to do the hoochie flyers like in Vegas. So you've got your work cut out for you this week, Jareth. When's open mic? Wednesday? You're going to mark it? You're looking for those comments.
Oh. Do you know that gullible's not in the dictionary?
No, it says that, didn't it? I asked everybody to take a vote. That's what it says on my end. Here, it says that right there. All right. This is nonsense.
Can you see this?
I'm sorry. Turn it up. I can't hear you, dear. Let me get this hair out of my face. Can you believe this?
All right.
All right. So there you go. There's our marketing. I don't see.
I didn't tell you my other marketing ploy.
Oh, all right. I'm listening.
Flashlights and pens with my name and phone number and everything on them.
Why do I feel like you should be selling cars?
Bottle opener, can opener. I hand these out at my shows.
Okay, here's a saying. Oh, Victoria did not vote yet. All right, there's still time. Lisa joined us. Lisa, you are just in time. We're taking a vote if Jareth should wear a clown costume and walk down with a sandwich board to advertise his open mic, wear a ghillie suit with $1,000 bills, or the other option is to $1 million bills, and to otherwise use like the hoochie postcards that they hand out in Vegas on the strip, you know, where they're smacking.
I think it would be better if I just walked around in a thong.
Okay, that's not one of the options. That's a different show. So, yeah, that's what we're talking about here tonight, Lisa. Do you think clown, ghillie suit, or Las Vegas hoochie style postcards in everybody's face? Or now Gareth wants to give everybody pens. Pens. Hey, didn't you just start a side hustle? Can you use those pens there? Here, let me write down measurements for you and use your pen.
No, we can't discuss this on the air. You'll get me in trouble.
Oh, okay, no.
Zero solicitation.
Well, no, we can't have that. I didn't mean, oh, no, that would be bad. Well, that's all right, because we in this comedy field, we are constantly running up against obstacles. So we can't do that, so we'll figure out something else.
Red thong and swim fins.
Oh, the fins would be a nice touch. Yeah, Victoria, I agree that a clown suit would be hot, but Jareth is always talking about how cold he is. So I didn't want him to get chilled.
Yeah, but I got a warm heart.
A Zeus suit.
Zoot suit.
Zoot suit, right? You're talking about with the stripes, the pinstripes, and the fedora?
And a machine gun.
Zoot suit, yeah. I feel like putting on a costume at Central Park, but too hot in New York City. Yeah, too hot. Too hot.
Well, if I walk around town with a sandwich boards and a machine gun, I'll certainly get people's attention.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. What about the pizza kids who are sign spinners? You see those? Do they do that there? Is that a Midwest thing?
Yeah, we get those.
$5 foot longs and stuff, and they're spinning the signs.
There's a guy in town who stands on the corner of the busiest intersection in town. He's got a Bible in his hand, and he yells at everyone as they drive by about how the devil has taken them, and he's going to save them, and Jesus is going to save your life. I don't know. The guy's pretty ambitious. He wears a 3-piece suit and a tie and everything, and 95 degrees, stand out in the sun all day. So I guess.
Does he have a zoot suit? Lisa, we were trying to come up with creative ideas how Jareth could get more butts in seat to his open mic. We're being a little bit silly, but there's also some truth to that. Maybe not a costume, but sometimes you got to do something a little wild to get noticed.
Imagine us being silly on a comedy show. I mean, let's just knock that right off.
By the way, I'd like to mention that I am not Kyle Neely tonight. I am the consolation prize. What was behind door number 2? Zonk. All right, so there's marketing. Anybody else have anything you want to talk about? Your viewership is going. Jareth, your viewership is growing. I'm showing 6 eyeballs.
Hey, you can't see me. You can't see me in the below the waist on this TV, can you?
Yes.
Nothing growing over
FCC's
here.
coming. Oh my gosh. Well, we didn't say this is a family-friendly show, did we?
Hey, it's restricted. All
All
right.
right. Well, I don't have a whole lot else to say.
On that note.
Yeah, I can't really top that. Maybe we should just end there. So, same time, same place. Somebody will be here talking about something.
Well, can you see yourself in the when you lean forward? You must be the sun is hitting your hair.
What are you looking at?
Right there. No, lean the other way. See it? Talk about red hair. With that light shining on your hair, it is red.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, ginger problems.
All right. All right. Sound, I think.
I know. Well, you guys, thanks for tuning in. It's always nice to see people show up. No, we're not talking to ourselves.
This was fun, and I'll be back next Sunday. And I don't know. I'm assuming Kyle will be here.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know where he is. I don't know if I should say that.
AWOL? Do we need to, Kyle?
Yeah.
We hope you're okay. Please check in.
I'm betting money that he's doing a comedy show because he the last 2 weeks ago he had to leave early to go do a show.
He's trying to get acclimated to Pacific time, right? Didn't he just move? Probably a lot going on.
Too. Yeah, he's got jet lag. Well, what are we on at? What, 3? Is it 3 on the West Coast time? No, 5. 5 West Coast time.
3 hours behind us. Yeah. So if we start at 8, they were at 1700 kickoff there. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe he's getting on there now at 11. Maybe he thinks it's 11 East West Coast time.
I don't know. Maybe he's putting his zoot suit on, getting ready for a show tonight.
There we go.
Whatever. Okay, Lisa, what did she do? She linked something. I don't click on unknown links, Lisa. Is this safe to click on?
Pick a costume. Pickle costumes.
Oh.
Thanks, Lisa.
All right, so Jareth, I'm gonna get the heck out of here. But if you could take some video of whatever costume you opt to do this week, and we want to see it. Okay.
You're looking at it.
All right. You gonna close this thing out?
Okay.
You gonna push the button?
Yep. Thanks for helping out, Laurie.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Hugs and kisses.
Ciao. I'm leaving
All right.
now.
Bye-bye. See you, everybody. Thanks for joining us. See you next week.